Good morning and welcome to Money Wisdom, sponsored by Johnson Brunetti. I'm Jalene Andrews. We're teaching you smart ways to manage your money, and joining us now with expert advice is Eric Hogarth, a certified financial planner and senior partner at Johnson Brunetti. Thanks for being here, Eric.
Good morning, Jillian.
All right, so today we're looking into an issue that seems to get more challenging every day, keeping your personal financial information safe, specifically what to do if you think you might have been a victim of identity theft. First, people need to create an online Social Security account. Why is this important and how do people go about it?
This is hard because a lot of people that I'll talk to are like, I don't want to go access my accounts online because then I'm exposed, and the reality is that's how you watch things, right? So if you're not comfortable with that, you're getting up there in years. Hopefully you have family members, you have friends who can help you through this process. But step number one to making sure you're not a victim of identity theft is you got to be looking at the stuff. And your paper statements are probably not doing it. If you have securities accounts, I mean, those are changing all day, every day. So you go online and set up that Social Security account so that you can get notifications if something funny is going on.
Okay, and so then the risk is worth the reward of being able to watch your information?
You know, and people say, well, I don't want my stuff online. The reality is your stuff is online whether or not you're looking at it. You know, and we do a lot to educate clients as much as we can on this, but it's really the biggest risk people face these days is fraud and cybercrime. I mean, you're inundated with emails, with texts, and it's a scary thing. And imagine people trying to navigate this on their own when they're older and they're not as used to this communication.
Absolutely. Next is to freeze credit reports.
It's a good thing to do. Like, it's a hassle not to do it. It's a hassle to undo it. But it also protects you against people. I mean, I've talked to people who they go to file their tax return and they can't file their tax return because they already filed their tax return, but they didn't file their tax return. Someone fraudulently filed their tax return, got a return, got a refund, sent this, you know, all this scary stuff. So if you freeze your credit, it prevents other people from accessing that and opening up credit lines in your name. So it is something you can do to safeguard, and a lot of people recommend doing it.
Sure. This is also, this topic, a reminder to be kind of weary of weird emails, phone calls, and everything else.
Sadly, you got to be wary of everything. It's a constant thing. I was up with my business partner, Joel, visiting Fidelity last year, and I was talking to their cybercrime department, and they said they get 10,000 attacks a day. I'm not knocking Fidelity. I think this is very common across financial institutions. It's just a constant barrage of things. So if you don't know a number contacting you or an email contacting you, just delete it. Don't do anything with it. If they really have to get in touch with you, they'll get in touch with you.
Absolutely. This leads to our final bullet here, and that is to notify police and the Federal Trade Commission if you think you've been a victim or you see something weird going on.
Yeah, if you're concerned about that, like, don't try and figure it out on your own. Don't go down that rabbit hole. I mean, I've talked to very smart, educated, computer-savvy people that get themselves into a tough situation. So if you think you're a victim of this or something weird is going on, something weird probably is going on, call the police. Call the Federal Trade Commission. Talk to your advisor. Talk to family members so you're not alone trying to navigate this.
Yeah, never hurts to seek help, right? All right, and those interested in learning more, what is this week's book offer?
Book's called Simple Safeguards. We had a former FBI agent come in recently, and we were talking about this book as a good resource of, I mean, you talk about we don't know what we don't know. Most people don't know much of anything on this other than we have to be scared of it. So this book will give you some guidance. What can you do so you don't feel so exposed? So go to moneywisdomtv.com. It's called Simple Safeguards. Talks about cybercrime, things you should be aware of. moneywisdomtv.com. I think it'll really give people peace of mind on this thing that is scary.
All right, Eric, as always, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, one more time, that is moneywisdomtv.com. For Connecticut's Morning Buzz, I'm Jalene Andrews. We'll see you next time.